Okay, so I just watched the Meg, Jacob Statham's The Megalodon, and it was bad. I mean, it was really bad. I saw it with a friend, so I had, someone to laugh with. But if I was by myself, I don't think I would have enjoyed a single thing about that film. I'll start with the premise first, I'll explain what the actual story was. The story was a bit jumbled. Here's what I could make out. So basically, you got Jason Statham, who is an extreme diver. He's a very, very talented man who goes off and rescues people from the bottom of the sea. He gets called up when a oil rig looking kind of research station needs a bit of help trying to get one of their subs which has gotten stuck because they send it down in the Mariana Trench to discover new life forms and new things that are down there. And so Jacob Statham, he goes down and he realizes, hang on, I'm not alone down here, there's a Meg in the water. And the Meg goes around and rampages and it kills people, is basically what happens. If that doesn't sound interesting to you, Jacob Statham falls in love with a diving lady as well, so you got that little nugget. It's set in Asia as well. It's set in Asia. I'm just going to cut straight to it. The acting was... I don't understand what they were trying to do with this. There was lots of very forced jokes that just kind of made you feel uncomfortable, to be honest. Jason Statham pulls out a few little tricks and a few very cheesy one-liners. He plays Jason Statham as you would expect, really. And everyone else plays slightly concerned people who are definitely not meant to be in the situation, despite knowing exactly what to do once the shark arrives. The main thing that they're missing out, really, is that there's a massive prehistoric shark, something of which the likes you've never seen before, and it's there. What kind of training do you have? It's 21 meters long. There is no realistic thought behind it at all. It's trying to be kind of quite gritty and realistic, and it's trying to be quite corny at the same time as well. It fails at both somehow. Like, surely you would have thought if you failed at being the gritty and realistic, you would succeed at being corny. But they fail at both. They become some weird kind of a mess of ideas, really. And basically what the story is, they get some subs, they send them down to the bottom of the ocean to see what's underneath something which they thought was rock, but turns out to actually have been a layer of gas the whole time, which you might think is kind of interesting. But then you ask yourself, why are they instantly sending manned probes there? Why would you not drop a camera? It's not as if you haven't got the money. You put $2 billion into this project. You might as well make some time. They have rovers as well. They show the rovers. It's not as if we're living in a roverless world. You could just get some rovers, send them on down. You don't need to worry about any kind of a risk. And I think at this point I should probably also talk a bit about the shark, really, because the shark is kind of the elephant in the room, if you will. The shark looks incredibly ugly, and I don't mean ugly in like a kind of a cool, scary kind of an ugly. It's damn ugly. It looks like a bag of dough that with muscles and a tail. Make of that what you will. It's a strange kind of a greyish green colour for some reason. It doesn't do what shark movies have always done in the past, what The Shallows have done, what Jaws has done, and it hasn't made the shark have some kind of intelligence, or what all these other animal disaster movies have done. It hasn't given the shark any kind of mind. The shark is just an animal. It's a mindless killing machine, which isn't that scary on the face of it, really. The soundtrack is bad. For some reason, when they go to Thailand and it's like this jungle, they play Hey Mickey, except it's a kind of a K-pop kind of a remake. I don't know why you'd use a song like that there and not in the scene where there are tons of people swimming around in a city in floats and stuff. Like, it's in the middle of a jungle. It's dirty. It's squalid. There are messy boats. What's the reason for it there? It's a bad song. That's subjective. But what's not subjective, what is objective, is the fact that it's been used in a place it completely doesn't belong. The rest of the soundtrack is just can't even remember any of it. Continuity errors, there were a heck ton of them, just people moving, jumping around the screen, hands moving up and down, and there are some strange points in the film where people are saying stuff and then they cut the audio completely, so you can't even hear like the sea moving behind them. I guess they just cut their lines, and we just, stupid things like this, which could easily be fixed, is just not a good experience. None of this was a good experience. Don't watch it. Don't. You might laugh, but you won't laugh in a good way. You'll laugh in a kind of, I can't believe this is such a badly made film. I can't, I wish I'd gone to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp or The Incredibles 2 instead. It feels like a waste of time to me, it feels like a waste of money. The only redeeming thing I can get from it really is you might laugh a bit. That's all I can give you. That's all I can say that's good about it. If you're trying to go to a film to laugh, don't go to see this. Go to see a good film. If you want to see a good shark film, see The Shallows. See Jaws. Don't see this, because it's terrible. It's incredibly bad. That's all I've got to say. I'm gonna hold myself back. That is enough. I really hate this film. I wanna die. Goodbye.